Hello there, and welcome back to Napalm's late news, because this announcement was done over a week ago, but I just wanted the dust to settle before I talk about this. Aircraft Rank 8 announce and pre-order of the A6E Tram Intruder. Big one, but not the first time. As usual, you can find the link to this dev blog in the video description down below to read through yourself if you're interested in the aircraft, but it's not so much about the aircraft rather than rank 7 premium, or that it is a rank 7 premium, and the top rank will be rank 8. And I think that this is a really big one, together with the price increase. This is 70 Gaijin coins, 70 euros, dollars, whatever. That's now a new height, and this is also for another reason, not just that you directly pay for it, but other people want this price to get paid for them. If you're not aware what I'm talking about, before we even talk about the rank or whatever, this is now the new top price for top rank premium aircraft. And the problem is that a lot of people don't have the money for this. Now, why does this matter if you pay the stuff for others? Well, there's the Gaijin marketplace, and a lot of people participate in crafting events, and whatever to get the stuff to sell it on the marketplace. And the prices for this stuff will rise accordingly because people want the stuff for free. So they grind their ass off just to get enough Gaijin coins to pay for this price. And it's not a coincidence, I think, that this has been announced like a month after the 10 years anniversary sale, because people just invested a lot of money for a lot of top premiums. Now, you have to understand one thing. Betrayal is the #1 commandment imprinted into the brains of every single Gaijin dev and the responsible people there. That's their business model. War Thunder is a fantastic game run by a scummy company, which you also feel very often in problems. In this case, I want to give a big shout out to Syphon. First of all, bro, I absolutely feel your pain. The video that you did like a week ago, I really understand the absolute brain damage that you just had to suffer through when you read this article, etc. Because, you know, top tier in aircraft is currently highly compressed. It's fine for props, and their differences in performance are more or less well represented by the battle rating. There are some exceptions here and there, but for jets, it's coming all together. The performance difference, the difference in technology, think about also the stock grind, you know, without proper missiles, without flares, you're not getting anywhere, and you encounter stuff that has Doppler radar, you don't get any sort of warning from the missiles, yada yada yada. It's not fun to play at top tier at the moment. And this plane, or let's say rank 7 premiums, don't make it better. So we have the problem of the increase in price. We have the problem of the performance difference not being addressed at all, the compression staying the same, because while we then see an increase in rank, we not necessarily see an increase in battle rating. And that's just for aircraft, right? So let's say, and I just want to walk you through here in my train of thought. We first had, I think it was the AV-8A. Yeah, pretty cool plane. Yeah, but let's be honest, the F5C is better, right? So you have to pay, or you're willing to pay for another premium because it's so cool, and it was basically the bad guy in what was the movie? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. And then after this, the A10A got sold, and you had to get this as well. And the reason why people are willing to pay for those premiums and their higher prices compared to lower premiums is that you can research the entire tech tree without penalty, even the rank above, and you have no RP penalty. But lo and behold, let's get a little bit into War Thunder history. Let's have a look at rank 4. Do you see the amount of premiums here? There is literally no tech tree. Hello? Hello? Once upon a time, rank 4 premiums were the stuff, you know, the best of the props, or some of the best of the props as premiums, and, you know, chats were then the end game, basically, that you had to grind with the props. It's very apparent here with also from a historical pattern speaking for Nazi Germany. The Focke-Wulf 190D13 was just the top premium and was good grinder, and RRB was fun. And, you know, everybody then wanted the ME262 and the Horton, etc., right? And then we saw the shocker, rank 6 announcement. Oh my god. And then years later, rank 6 announcement. Everybody was shocked to see then rank 6 premiums because of rank 7, you know. So, wow, we now get rank 8. Yeah, we have seen this twice already. But the consequences are the same, because let's say you bought yourself the Focke-Wulf 190D13, and all of a sudden you can't research the top rank anymore without a hefty RP penalty, which is the reason why you probably bought this plane, right? Years and years in the past. So you have to reinvest in potentially this one or this one, and then in the same rank we see even a better premium that is just more fun to play, that is more efficient to play and to grind with, you know. And this is the Gaijin business model, and at some point they run into this. But that's just only aircraft, right? At this very moment we have rank 7 as the top rank and rank 6 premiums as the top premiums that you can buy. What's Gaijin stopping to, well, do the same with tanks? Battle rating wise we are very similar, 11.3 to 11.0, right? You can see there are not that many rank 7 tanks right there. But that doesn't really matter, because another thing is that for aircraft we can see potentially one salvation, and that is that some of the stuff, like I guess the F-14, might be put into rank 8 for 2 reasons. That you populate rank 8 and also put some of the better premiums potentially into rank 7. But which premiums this will be, and if this happens, nobody knows up until we see the dev server. That might give us the first hint, but for sure we know just when the new rank actually gets introduced. And this is why I don't eat the news as hot as they get served by Gaijin, because I just wait a little bit. Don't do the pre-order scam as usual, because you have no idea how bugged the thing is. You have no idea if it actually will be worth it. You have no idea what the environment will be, and if other changes might then make it, you know, not so good as it was then advertised at first. I'm talking about here the intruder. So the problem is, when Gaijin is doing this to aircraft, they are potentially doing this to tanks as well. And again, I have to say, then now the top rank, you know, let's just say you want the ADATs, right? And let's just say the ADATs then gets to rank 8. What will be the big difference in the grind? Aside from you have to purchase then a new top rank premium for tanks in the far future. Probably 2 or 3 patches. Well, you have another rank to unlock and to grind multiple tanks more. There has been not a single word about an RP or a civil line purchase reduction of previous vehicles. And I have also no idea what the civil line and the RP modifiers will be for the top ranks. I was looking at this just recently, and you know, at the moment the top civil line modifiers are somewhere in rank 4 to 5, maybe 6, you know, and that is just the same a little bit with RP modifiers, right? tanks, the top tanks should be in that, but it's not always the case, and that is without the penalty, etc. And also it depends how effective you are. And coming back to aircraft, it's the same story. You have another rank to unlock. So instead of let's say this gets put to rank 8, right? Now you have to research 5 of these before you unlock the rank 8, and then you can research this. At the moment you unlock rank 7, and you have to just unlock 2 before you can unlock this. So this is significantly increasing the grind. It's upping the costs. There is more incentive, if you will, to purchase a premium account, or to spend your hard-earned golden eagles from the sales from events, I don't know, into, advancing the research. This is just literally grinding down the nerves and the patience of the players. And it has not led to any improvement in terms of compression, stock grind. In fact, it's making it probably worse, or the map design. Because as I said at the start, we had a time when this was one of the highest premiums that you could get. Or this in case. And the maps were made around it, right? Now you have this, where the range of your missile is probably 5-10 times longer than the diagonal of the map that you're playing on, right? The Phoenix can travel significantly along you. You don't even get to the operational altitude before you intercept the enemies, or you're in missile range. And that's a fundamental problem, because it's not that it's one map, it's essentially all the maps. And going back to Defin's video here, dude, I'm absolutely with you. But again, the question that I asked in your comment section is the same that I'm asking here again. First time? Because we have seen this already, Again, to repeat this, there was a time when rank 5 was the top rank, and tank 4 premiums were the top premiums. Then they were devaluated in terms of grinding capabilities, by the introduction of another rank. Rank 6, oh my god, shocker, unheard of. And now we have rank 7, and now we have seen rank 8. And Gaijin can extend this regardless of the planes that are there. This line here is completely artificial. Gaijin could have said it here. And how the battle ratings are distributed, etc, etc. It's all done by Gaijin. There is no historical pattern in there. There is no logic behind this, other from a business standpoint, made by Gaijin. Again, just think about this. This announcement, it's not a coincidence that with the next patch, this has been announced after the 10 years anniversary sales. And, people around the world struggle at the moment with, at times, unheard of levels of inflation and devaluation of their money. And Gaijin devaluates then the premium stuff here at rank 6 and asks for more money. For the same bugs, for the same uncertainty for the future, because you don't know if then the top premium will do well. It gets sold with a stupidly low battle rating, and then hours after the initial release, Gaijin says whoops and raises the battle rating. We had that all before. Just look in the past. I know that I'm the annoying, stupid guy that just tells you war stories from the 18th century. No, this is it. I am experiencing this for 9.5 years. I know just how deep Gaijin will sink to make money. There was also the time before the summer sales, I think it was at one point, where they raised the prices of 2 weeks before the initial sales, and then they just said, yeah, it's on discount for so and so much. It's been years since they did this, but they always try. They always look for new ways to go for. And one further example is here. This plane, like so many others, used to be fully upgraded. Now we get additional additional modifications in there. So we have to regrind this because we want this little sign here, this little ace symbol behind it, right? And that has been done to literally hundreds of aircraft. We have seen the previous stuff with smoke launches to tanks over the years, you know, and it just repeats itself. All that I'm saying is, don't be shocked. Just say, okay, this is the situation, how it is. We had multiple examples of equal scumminess in the past. But honestly, going back to this, that we now should pay 70 Gaijin coins for the top tier premiums, at least for now with aircraft, that's just too much. It's just way too much money. Because it's not like this aircraft has to be programmed a million times to sell it a million times. You have to program it once and then you can sell it, right? I know that the costs of developing such an aircraft, even a video game, are really high, but they are not that high. I'm convinced, in my personal opinion, that if they sell this in the usual amounts, that they will make probably 100 times the money that they invested in developing this. And whenever they come around and say, yeah, it costs this and this much, yeah, that's a PR stunt. Obviously, you have to come around and say, yeah, we have those and those costs. And I respect this. But 70 Gaijin coins is just too drastic for those premiums here that you don't even see here. And just to give you a calculation example, that's 70 euros, dollars, Gaijin coins, whatever. If Gaijin will expand this to every single branch, look, we have 10 nations, we have 5 sub-branches. And if every top premium costs, let's make it 70 Gaijin coins. That's 10 times 5, that's 50. 50 times 70, it's $3,500 Gaijin coins, whatever, just to get one premium, top premium, in every nation, in every sub-branch. You know, that's quite a lot. And even if you only play, let's say, a tenth of this, right? Just one nation in all 3 aspects, or you want to go for, for half the nations to the top premiums, that's quite a lot of money. And in the current situation, you know, it just has this bitter side taste. And I know one thing for sure, that now a lot of people agree with me, and the same people that now agree with everything that I say will have forgotten about this in the next sale, or around Christmas, where then they pay for the full price the same premiums that they previously have ranted about. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what stands on the forum. It doesn't really matter what people are complaining in YouTube comment sections. That all doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the truth lies within the wallet of Gaijin. And so far, this truth has been enormously profitable for this company, regardless what they say. And if Gaijin is not as big as Wargaming, where the founder has become a billionaire, basically from gaming, the situation is not getting better, because initially War Thunder was so great because they had to hook the people and they knew exactly what they were doing. Now they still know exactly what they're doing, but they don't care about the playability, about the style of the game anymore. They just care about the bugs. And I understand this. And, this product that we have, with those amazing graphics, with those amazing functionalities that we basically don't see in any other video game, right? Where you can play tanks, ships, and helicopters, planes, whatever, all in combined forces, then I understand this, that they have quite a little bit of a monopoly. but it's you guys really supporting it with your purchases. I'm not saying that you should stop it. I'm just saying, when you're complaining, pull it through. Because so far Gaijin has gotten away with it, and my expectation is that they will in the future as well. So that's my opinion. I think, yeah, it's a big scam. I think it's really quite scandalous that they kind of get away with announcing a new rank after initial sales, because I'm quite convinced that a lot of people made such a lineup, for example, because then they could go in multiple battles, multiple times in one single battle. And again, I'm just saying this because the most played game mode is ground realistic battles, right? Where you have your aircraft, your tanks, all at the same time. That shows a lot of the diversity, where you have also the SPA being useful, because at some point, the sky is just filled with aircraft loitering in there waiting for an opportunity to drop the bomb, etc. Revenge killing and all this stuff. That's just War Thunder. I realize that I'm kind of drifting into the rambling part, but that's just what it is. So yeah, rank 8 announcement, or my version of it, the scam continues. Shocker, I know. I have heard many times that this is it and I will never play this again, and oh my god, so bad. And at some point we will see probably a rank 9 announcement, and it continues, etc. Again, this line here is completely artificial, where Gaijin sets it. There is no historical pattern, there is no thing that makes sense. The only time that it kind of made sense was when rank 4 was separating rank 5, when you were going from the best of props to the early jets. That made sense. Now it's just more grinding. So if you are looking for the top props, I would hurry up to grind them. And that's another thing, because I just said this, many people think, oh my god, the only logical thing to avoid more grinding is to spend golden eagles to unlock it now and have it. And I think the system from a Gaijin perspective is fantastic, because Gaijin can never lose. And again, just to bring in another point, the current times are something that I have never lived through. I have never lived through a pandemic where people were locked basically up in their homes. Regardless if you approve it or not, it doesn't really matter. It was the case around the world. And what can you do at home? Talking to your relatives? Hell no, let's play War Thunder. Jokes aside, that's just what then people kind of had to do. And then you fall kind of in this Stockholm syndrome, right? Where that this is poison, that this game is just absolutely riddled with things that want only the best for you, namely your money, and you can't stop it. I know, because I'm addicted for 9.5 years, and it will be 10 years soon. I know all about it. So I just can say this doesn't change anything. It's just another step in the business plan. And that's it for me today. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I will answer all the questions, and I'll read all the comments as usual. So please give this video a like, give it a subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the waves, in the skies, and on the battlefields of War Thunder.